welcome in. Are you ready to be replaced? Ah, so exciting. This is your first time, right? I thought so. The first time is always just the most life-changing experience. You will be obsessed. You're going to tell all of your friends, and soon enough all of your friends will be replaced by robots too, and then you'll just have so much time to spend with one another. It really is the perfect start to your perfect dream life. Alright, so we have a little bit of an initial assessment to do first, and then we will get right on into some of the initial procedures, okay? Awesome. Can I get your first name? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And your middle initial. Alright. And your last name? Can you spell that last syllable for me? Okay, perfect. And our most important question, why would you like to be replaced with a robot? To spend more time with your dog. Ah, that's so sweet. Spend more time with your dog. That's actually fairly common. You're definitely not alone. I mean, of course, it's not always a dog. Sometimes it's a cat or a bird or a child, but they're all basically the same reason at the end of the day. People want to spend more time with the sentient beings who are most important to them. So just to clarify, you want to be replaced so that you can spend more time with your dog. It's not that you want the AI version of you to spend more time with your dog so that you can spend more time at work or with family, because that's also fairly common. Okay, you right here want to spend more time with your dog. Okay, awesome. So I will have you go home with this folder, and in this folder there is, of course, a little waiver that just states that we as a company are not liable to any damages caused directly or indirectly by your robot self, both professionally, personally, spiritually, anything like that. We are not liable. That's really the most important part. There's a little bit of fine print which I recommend you at least skim over as well. Also in here there is a little brochure explaining the entire process from start to finish, as well as a setup instructional and a shutdown instructional should you want to end the service of your robot. And then of course we have a little coupon in case you want to recommend our company to any of your friends. They will get 5% if they list you as a reference and bring this coupon in whenever they come, okay? Perfect. There you go. Alright, now before we get into the nitty-gritty details of what exactly you will be wanting the robot version of you to be performing out in the world, we are just going to be doing some brain scans. This room is actually lined with small sensors similar to an MRI machine, except less cancer, significantly less cancer. So whenever you move your eyes around the room, whenever you think certain thoughts, have certain impulses, we are able to record your brainwaves. We just need the help of this little light here, and of course your participation and focus. Okay, so I'm just going to click this light around the perimeter of your head, and this light, in addition with the sensors around the room, are going to help us record your brain activity. Alright, so I want you to focus up here in this corner, look up here in this corner, and I'm just going to click this light down here, okay? Good. And now I want you to focus down here where my fingers are in this corner, and I'm just going to click this light off. And then again I'm going to click it on and click it off. Very good, very good. And now I want you to focus on this corner, and this is going to be where I will be shining the light. Alright, so I'm just going to warn you, it might be a little bit bright. I'm going to click right there. And don't look directly into the light, but you can look in its general direction, okay? I'm going to click it off now. Click. And click it on again. Good. Alright, now I'm going to move this light around the edge of your vision, and I want you to think about your dog, okay? Think about your dog as I move this light just around the edge of your vision, and then I'm going to click that light up, okay? Very good. Now I want you to think the word click. When I get to 0, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and when I get to 0, I'm going to say click, and I want you to think click in your head, okay? 3, 2, 1, click. Perfect. Now let's do that again. 3, 2, 1, click. Good. Let's do that again. 3, 2, 1, click. Very good. And now I just want you to think the word click, 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 click. Good. Right now we're just scanning your brain waves. And what we're doing is trying to record the reflexes of your brain, because then we will be able to nearly replicate your brain within our AI technology, okay? Just focus, focus. And now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, alright? Close your eyes completely. Do not open your eyes. I'm going to shine this directly over your face, so I want your eyes to be closed, okay? And whenever I do this, I want you to think back to memories of when you were young and you were asleep on a road trip in the back of a vehicle, seeing the street lights pass over your eyes, okay? Seeing the street lights pass over your closed, sleepy eyes. So close your eyes, and I'll tell you when it's okay to open them again, alright? Close your eyes. I want them closed, closed, alright? And now I'm going to run this light across your vision, like that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Okay, very good. Now you can open your eyes. Very good, very good. You've been a great participant so far. How did you hear about us, if you don't mind my asking? Google. Yes, I guess that's how most people have been hearing about us these days. Some people heard about us from our being featured on Dr. Oz as well. We get that quite a bit. And other people heard about us when we were featured in the Andrew Huberman podcast on being replaced by robots. We did get quite a bit of publicity from that episode, able to spend so much time with your dog after this. It'll just be lovely. Okay, now I'm just going to push back your hair a little bit so that our sensors can record some of the activity going on directly around the crown of your head a little bit more easily. You might feel a little bit of a tingle in the center of your head because the sensors in the ceiling will be sending down some very, very delicate rays in order to make a record of the brain activity going on in your head, okay? So you might feel a little bit of a tingle right there. Okay, it's totally normal if you feel the slightest tingle in the center of your head right there. It might sound like a bird is calling right in the center of your head, but it's actually just a little tingle, okay? It's not a bird. Unfortunately, there are no birds left. It's just a memory, just a tingle, okay? Just a tingle right there. Alright, very good. We are done with the brain scan portion of this exam. You did a great job. We have a very clear and clean record of all of the mechanics of your own personal brain. So with this data, we could create an AI robot that completely replaces you in this life, so much so that if you were to, say, disappear, no one would notice. But that is not actually what most people want when they want to be replaced. They want a robot that can perform specific tasks while they themselves, you, get to devote your time elsewhere. So what I'm going to do now is ask you questions about the specific tasks that you want your robot to perform. And those can be any tasks that you perform in your day-to-day life. So if you want to spend more time with your dog, I recommend that you use this robot in order to replace your presence, perhaps at work or doing household chores. Does that sound good? Okay, so we'll start with the professional portion of this then, and we'll move on to supplementary tasks after that. How does that sound? Alright, so your robot will be able to replace you at work whenever you choose. So what is it that you do for work? Alright, and for which company? Okay, perfect. And just so you know, your boss is not allowed to prohibit you from using your robot replacement at work. They are also not allowed to lower your pay because you are being replaced by a robot, because your robot will be performing all of the same tasks as you at the exact same level of functionality, at the exact same efficiency rate. In fact, we are having to adjust the capabilities of our robots down in order to match your skill level. And so if anything, the robot will be able to produce more labor just by virtue of the fact that they will not tire or slow down in the ways that you might. And so while we are limited as a company from creating a robot that would outperform you in order to protect the other workers at every institution from being in competition with the perfect beings, we are not prohibited from replacing you with a robot of your exact capability, and your boss is prohibited you from firing you or your robot, lowering your pay, or in any way penalizing you for the use of this technology, okay? Okay, perfect. So we said that your robot will need to have good typing skills at about 90 words per minute. 90 words per minute. And it looks like your job also requires a little bit of heavy lifting, right? Heavy lifting. And of course, our robots always lift with their knees, never their backs. You know, it's interesting. The human body is a very elegant mechanical contraption. When creating physically capable automatons, we really are just matching the same mechanics of the human body while eliminating any of their needs for things like rest or energy consumption. But really nothing does it better than legs and arms and a torso and a head and 5 good fingers. So we do like to keep our robots looking as much like you as possible. And they will be able to achieve exactly what you are able to achieve physically. And let's see, what other tasks specifically would you like your robot to be able to do at work? Okay. Making authentic tortillas. Just so you know, we cannot claim that any of our robots can create an authentic tortilla because they just don't have your cultural or ethnic context to fall back on. So any tortillas that they create will be inauthentic, even though in form they will be identical to the ones that you've created. Is that all right? All right. So we can guarantee inauthentic tortillas, but delicious, of course. All right, and now moving on to any tasks or any life duties that you'd like your robot to be able to perform outside of your professional world. Are you ready for some of those questions? Okay. Would you like your robot to do basic house cleaning for you? All right. And laundry? Would you like your AI robot to choose Christmas and birthday presents for your friends and family? Okay. Would you like your robot to shop for you, to create a skincare routine for you, flattering clothes to wear, etc.? Okay. And would you like your robot to prepare for you your own breakfast, lunches, and dinners? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so all of those things are extremely common. And last, would you like your robot to assist you in doing anything that you want to do throughout the day? For example, do you need any help getting dressed, or doing your hair, driving, anything like that? No. You feel confident in those things? Okay. You want to have as little personal interaction with your robot as possible? Very understandable. Would you like your robot to dwell within your dwelling place, or would you like us to house your robot and send them out into the world to perform their duties from here? You would like us to house it? All right. Perfect. Are you okay with your robot wearing the same clothes every day? Excellent. Yes, that always makes things nice and easy for us. Alrighty, that just about concludes our first session here. Would you like to make an appointment to meet your replacement? Awesome. We can have it ready for you next week. Would you like your appointment as soon as possible? Yes, most people do. Okay. I'll mark you on the calendar for next week at the exact same time. Does that work? Perfect. Alrighty, thank you so much for coming in. It has been a pleasure working with you, and don't